Yo, 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 yo. Let me make sure we are live. We are live. All right. So I'm gonna start doing these more talk series. Myself and sometimes Hilarious will be on together. And if you saw our last one, it was on um, just getting your mindset right and goal setting. And I kind of wanted to dive a little bit deeper in that and kind of reverse engineer success, which kind of goes hand in hand with goal setting. So if you haven't already, go to TARANT.info, check out the membership levels, and see which membership level benefits you the most. And let's grow together. Let's get you to that next step and make the music you actually want to create and speed up the process. Myself, it took me over 10 years of doing it all by myself. Uh, I did a course here and there, but I didn't go to school for any of this. It was literally um, lots of YouTube videos, failing, guessing, experimenting. I want to combine that all in one place and kind of get anyone who wants to do what they want to do with music on the fast track to be able to make what they want to make. That's what we're doing over here at Tarrant.info. So go there. Our new website is in the making. You can see our homepage if you want to, tarrantinfo.com. It's not fully done, so don't judge us, but if you want to check it out, that is going to be the link, and we are building it. The site is live, but it's not finished. Go check that out. If you want free presets, join.tarrant.info. If you also go to tarrant.info, the link's there as well. Don't forget to subscribe. We put quality content out as much as we can. I know we've been slacking this past week, and hopefully in the future we get back on track and doing it more often. But anytime I'm free, I'm either live streaming in the studio for you guys, or I'll do these kind of talks planned out. And if there is an actual specific technique I want to share with you, of course I'll create a video and upload that. But for now, I feel like just being raw in the studio really benefits everyone who watches it because they could pick up what they need to learn and not just wait until like make a video on the topic. Sometimes I'm just working and I don't know that's what you guys need to learn, and I'm just doing it. I think it's normal, but something you don't know, so you could pick that up and learn. Also, hopefully the mic audio is good. It is right here, a little bit of ways. I am going to crank it up just a little bit so it gets a little more volume. So if it's loud now, I apologize. Turn it back down. Anyways, let's get right into it. Reverse engineering and goal setting. Let me just go shut that door. It's very distracting. And we'll get right to it. So in the last video, like I said, we went into mindset and goal setting. So it kind of led right into this. So we're just going to keep spinning off that and taking it to the next step. And that is where we reverse engineer success and set goals to reach that success to us. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't have a finish line or a checkpoint set, how are you going to know the steps it takes to get there? That's what most people do. They just get to work. They say, I'm working on music. That's all that matters. I'm working on music. I'm doing good. But all you're doing is working on music. Okay? You need to have a game plan. You need to have a goal. You need to see success other people have, and what to you is success is different from what success is to me. So first you need to define, what would it be if you were a successful musician? What does that look like for you? Are you touring? Are you producing music for movies? Is your music streamed millions of times on Spotify? Do you have a fan base on YouTube and maybe you do live streams and talk with them? Maybe they're into gaming, so you do some gaming live streams and they really are into your music and stuff. Like, what is success to you, and how are you gonna turn your brand into what it is? I know music producers who stream video games, and that's the way they connect with their fan base. I know music producers who live stream in the studio, and that's how they connect with their fan base. I know people who just tour all the time, and that's how they connect with their fan base. So you need to figure out, what is the success? What's the end goal look like for you? You know, for me, in my music, success is not touring all the time. It was when I was younger, but then as I got older and I started realizing, like, I kind of like being home. I like the freedom. If you're always traveling, you're catching planes, this and that, deadlines, and you're kind of working on everyone else's schedule, not your own. So success to me is working on my schedule and that means getting reoccurring revenue and just ways of getting revenue without physically working. Um, you know, to tour to get paid big bucks for the shows, you have to go to the show, you have to play. Now, my definition of success is Spotify revenue, YouTube revenue. Maybe a couple of songs get synced into the video game or movies. I'm starting to upload my music to sync library, so I'm working towards those steps on that. I'm already set up on Spotify and YouTube, so as I get more plays, it's gonna collect those revenue. Then the sync, will be the big ticket items here and there, and also reoccurring revenue, from playing over and over again. So that's what success to me is as a music artist. I want to make music and I want to make music. I don't want to be traveling the world and going here and there and there. I want to travel the world, but at my own freedom. You know, I want to enjoy the travels, not travel and have like an hour of downtime and you just want to take a nap because you're jet lagged. So that is what I had to think about and really change my mindset. Because, like I said, when I first got into this, it was playing the biggest festivals and all that stuff. And I just wanted to, you know, connect. Now, that doesn't mean I won't play any shows. If they come up and it makes sense to me, I will do a show here and there. But I don't want to be stuck in the touring life. So, it's going to be very limited if I get any offers to play live on choosing which ones I do. So, that's my game plan. And then you reverse engineer, okay? Well, if I want songs and movies and games, I need to get in the library or get someone in my music in front of an A&R that could send that to people who are going to use it. So I Google searched. I looked up some. All right, I'll crank the mic up. How's the volume now, dude? Is it good? Always good seeing you, Anthony. But like I was saying, I searched all these music licensing sites and libraries and CD Baby and how theirs worked and all that stuff, and I started submitting my music to that and starting to submit to contests and stuff for this an agency looking for this type of song. You submit your songs, and a lot of them I make it to the last so like the site checks the songs, and then once you pass that, then they actually send them off. So I've been sending them off. I could crank it up some more. Yeah, it's definitely in the position. It is off to the side, but hopefully that's a lot better. I could crank it up 3 more dB, but I can't go much more than that without putting the mic right in front of me. But so like I said, that's my success. So you got to figure out what your success is and reverse engineer it. You got to start from the angle and go backwards, because you may think, if I want my music in music, or not, if I want my music in libraries, movies, video games, all that stuff, you might think step one is to make music. Okay, you made music, you finished your song, you uploaded it, then what? So you don't have the steps in order. So if you start from the top, your song's in a movie. Okay, well, who puts the songs in the movie? So you got to go down to like the A&R and stuff that send it to the sound engineers and designers that put all the sounds into the movies and the tracks here and there. So to get to an A&R, are you looking up their email addresses? Do you know them personally? Sometimes you can't find that information online. So the next step below that is to find music libraries that collect songs and send them out to people. Now there's those type of libraries where they collect songs and send them out to people. And then there's libraries where you upload them and people come to look for music, and then, you get your royalties that way. So there's 2 different ways of trying to send your music out that way and get your music into that field. And I looked into both of them. Okay, then step there, you need music. What kind of music are they looking for? Are you willing to make whatever they need? Or are you just going to be known for making one specific style? Okay, and then from there, you got to make the music. Do you know how to make the music? How do you make the music better? Okay, now you need to learn sound design, or you need to step up the effects or the tension on the buildups and stuff. And then you just keep breaking it down till you get to actionable steps. And that's what reverse engineering success is. It's starting from the end goal and breaking it down all the way into each individual steps you could take today to work towards the bigger picture. And it's always good to circle back to the big picture and be like, are the little steps I'm working on today gonna go through the chain to get me to the top? If not, it's time to reevaluate and then do the reverse engineering all over again. Like I said before, it was me playing festivals and everything, and it changed. So I reassessed it, broke it down, and now I know what I'm gonna do. Glad you're enjoying it, Anthony. Like I said, it's always good having you here. Definitely one of the more regular people here. And it's always good seeing you in the live streams. So that's my success to me as a music producer. My dog just walked out. That's why the door's back open again. I didn't see him do it, but I don't think it's a ghost. So as for Tarrant Info, the end goal is to help music producers grow. Like, that's the goal. But what does that look like? Like, what is Tarrant Info going to be doing to be helping music producers worldwide? Well, we're producing content on specific music production tips and tricks. That's one. We do the live streams raw in the studio, which is a way to connect with you live and talk with people. And then also, for people who want to dive deeper, we got mentoring. So that's our Patreon page. That's how we got that set up. And then we break it down. Okay, well, we got to do this content or this or that or that. And then the step today was I need to make a live stream. I need to do a talk video and kind of branch off our last talk video and get more in depth, you know? You can't just make one video and have it. That's it. There's always more you could dive in to. So you got to keep breaking that down. And like I said, step by step. But if you start from the steps trying to build it up, it's really hard that way. You always got to reverse engineer it. It's the easiest and best way to do it. And for the longest time, I would just get to work and make music because I thought if I'm making music, I'm going to be successful. And at the end of the day, if you look on SoundCloud, there's a lot of great artists making music and uploading it, but that's all they do. Make music and upload it, you know? They don't have the thousands of followers. They don't have the publicity and all that stuff. They're just really good producers making music. And if that's what they want to do in their fun time, cool. They're successful. That's their success. Making good music, and that's all they care. But if you want to make money from it, you have to have a plan. You can't just make music and say, my good music's going to make me money. It used to. Like, back in the day, if you made good music and it got across the right person, you know, they would sign the record deal and you're set for life. It's not that way anymore. A record deal, you could not even, sometimes you don't even make money on a record deal. Like, I was reading this blog post on, it was like Nick Thayer or something. But basically, he broke down his record deal when he released his album and stuff, all the costs that went into it, and basically he made a couple $100 after all the fees were paid for and stuff. So record deals don't really make you rich anymore. It's those on top of touring is what really gets them the money. Now, if you don't want to tour, you kind of got to get your music on commercials, video games, movies, all that stuff, because then that will start making you money, and then you have the freedom to keep making good music. So you really have to make connections and grow with them. People, they're looking for the new music and stuff, but like I said, it's just not a one-way ticket anymore to success. You may get a quick bump of success and then you're back right where you left off, you know? So reverse engineer success. And once you break it down into the steps, that's when the goal setting comes in and say, okay, this week I'm going to do this, that, and that. You have those goals for the week. Okay, in the month, what does it look like? Like, Are you going to increase your plays by this much? Okay, if you're going to increase your plays by that much, what does it look like to get more plays? Are you posting more on Facebook? Are you going to search other music producers, share your music with them? Are you going to email some bigger artists and connect with them that way? There's always steps, and you got to break them down. And I think that's where a lot of music producers and myself, when I was starting, got it all wrong. I thought if I made good music, that's all that matters. I'm going to be successful. It's just a matter of time. Well, 10 years later, I'm making good music. You know, people like them. I'm happy. I listen to my music all the time. So, is that all I needed to do? No. I'm not rich. I'm not famous. I don't want to be famous. I just want to make good music, music that people could listen to and enjoy, you know, not so much bangers. There's a time and place for that, but since I'm not going to be someone who's in the club playing out my music, it doesn't make sense to make that style of music. You know, I still do once in a while, and I may release a song that's pretty heavy and, you know, for the club setting. But I'm really trying to work on making music that's listenable in everyday life, and you could just put it on, drive your car, listen to it, or work on your work or whatever you're doing and just have it playing in the background. I want listenable music. I don't want the club bangers that are hot for just the drop, you know. I want people to listen from start to finish and then repeat it again. So that's the goal. How do I do that? Well, you listen to music that I listen to, that I listen from start to finish and repeat, and I kind of dissect those songs into, why do I like this song? Why do I start from the beginning and listen to the end, and then sometimes play it 2 or 3 times in a row? Take notes. Now I have actionable steps and I have goals to reach. So, my advice to you, find out what success is to you. Break it down from the top down. And that doesn't mean once you get there, you've made it. That's just success in that one area. And you're going to adapt and change as time goes on. So don't think there's a finish line. You know, I don't want you to think there's a finish line. You're always going to have to adapt and change, because if you think there's a finish line, you fall back. So I don't want that being taken the wrong way. Just find out a point of success. Break it down. Break it down into actionable steps. Set goals for the day, the week, the month, 6 months, a year, couple years, 5 years, 10 years. There's no finish line. Exactly, Anthony. No limit. The more detailed you get and set yourself up down the road, the easier it is for you to stay on track and keep working towards that. And like I said, you could be successful today. The industry changes tomorrow. The interest of people change tomorrow. And you just get a little burst of success. And it happens to a lot of people. Think about the one-hit wonders. There's many artists that just have one good song and then they're hot, they disappear. And that's because they were successful, I guess. You know, that's the finish line, and they didn't adapt and change. And, well, what happened to them? That song lived, and they kind of went bye-bye. And I don't think that's what you want. I don't think anyone wants that. So, plan, reverse engineer, goals and actionable steps. They all add up into the bigger picture, and that is how you are going to be successful. And like I said, success to you is not the same success to me. So stop trying to go on YouTube and be like, how to be successful. What is successful? Are you making money off stocks? Like, that's success to people. Are you running a business and you have employees working for you and you already put in the time? Like, that's success to some people. You gotta be honest with yourself. Like I said, of course, playing in front of hundreds and thousands of people, that's awesome. You know, that was success to me at one time. But then I broke that down and said, okay, what goes into playing a crowd for thousands of people? Well, anyone who's doing that, they're doing interviews, they're making music, their social media is constantly going, they're Um, they're on planes, they're flying. They always complain lack of sleep, jet lag, this and that. So once I broke down what I thought was success, all those steps to get there was not something that would make me happy, and that would ruin it by the time I got to what I thought was success. So it's being honest with yourself, and I still have that desire of playing for people, but when the time comes, if the time comes, it's not going to be constant touring. For example, someone who does this very well that I think is one, Deadmau5. He did do the touring life and all that stuff, but he comes in and out and does the big shows and stuff, and he's definitely put in the work. But he's getting older and he's realizing he can't do the tour life, and he's smart about it. He takes the bigger gigs and stuff, and in a way it makes him more valuable too, because everyone desires him, and when he does do the shows, it raises his dollar amount. So that's just me reverse engineering Deadmau5. Other artists that do that, Pendulum, once in a while they'll come out again. Mode Step, just there's a bunch of people who don't constantly tour, and then they'll come out and do like a month tour, and then they go back to making music and stuff. So that is what it is to me. If you constantly want to tour and tour the world and show after show, 4 shows a week, 5 shows a week, whatever, like Skrillex, honestly, I don't know what he's up to anymore. I don't know if he's constantly touring or if he's kind of setting back now, but it is what it is. That is the talk for today. Reverse engineering success, goal setting, and actionable steps. I hope that got you inspired. I'm going to sleep. I got work tomorrow. I will probably be doing a live stream though. Midday, probably 2, 3, maybe 4 latest. But I definitely need to make a new song. I got one of the songs that I was doing on the live stream, I just got to do a couple tweaks to the mix down to master, so that one's almost done. I got the song that I made on the stream originally. Oh yeah, that's on Spotify now, SoundCloud as well. ADAY music on Spotify. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Click that thumbs up. Go to TARANT.info if you haven't already. Join.tarrant.info if you want free presets and all that stuff, and join the mailing list. I'll see you guys later. If you want to check out the new website, it's not fully done, but tarantinfo.com. The front page is up. All the other pages are not done, so don't judge us on the rest. But Anthony, have a good night, man. It's always good seeing you. Like I said, you're one of the regulars, and I appreciate it. And anyone else watching it at a different time, I appreciate you too. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.